All right. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. Now, I have a different setup tonight, so it's gonna be a little bit awkward. My camera is above me, but my monitor where I need to look up receipts and stuff is gonna be here. So for a large amount of this, I'm not gonna be looking directly at the camera, but we have a lot to go over. We have a lot of things to get into. Now, if you guys don't know, I went to the Karmelo Anthony trial. I was there for a large majority of it, pretty much every day except for verdict day. I have obtained the surveillance footage from the courthouse, and we're gonna be going over some of the lies that were being told around this case. I'm gonna be giving you guys an update on what the new motions are about, what to expect, and what all the updates. Okay, I'm gonna be giving you the updates. We're gonna be going through some of the lies. We're gonna be going through surveillance of when certain individuals arrived, when I arrived, and we're gonna get on into it. Now, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed, and let's get on into this right after my countdown. We are out here in Beverly Hills with Raz B. I haven't seen you on the scene in a minute, so let the people know what you've been up to. Hey, what's up? I got Amara La Negra here with me tonight at the A Toast to Young Hollywood event. Hey guys, so I have the beautiful Layla Ali with me tonight. So I just want to first start off by saying your Instagram is an inspiration to go on a path to eat healthy, and you know, it is your 50th birthday. You don't look a day over 25.
You know what?
Let us
wait a
know
minute.
how you do it.
First, everybody always say that. I think that's so cliche, and people know you don't look 25. Now, if you would have said maybe 40.
Hey, what's up? You're watching Neek at Night, and we have Keith Powers with us tonight.
Hey, how you doing?
You know, a lot of girls was like putting you as their, man crush, and you was their, aspiration to take you off the market. And when you came out with Bay, you crushed a lot of people. Like, Hey guys, so I have Daniel Cormier with me tonight, and it's crazy because my first UFC fight happened to be your fight.
I'm glad you were able to watch the first fight and it was mine and I won, because that could be some bad memories.
Right, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen it and I seen him
thought I was
come,
gonna get my ass kicked.
yeah,
Look at you.
Hey, I'm not gonna tell a lie, okay? I'm gonna keep it honest. Definitely experience, you guys. That's Amarion, and we're at his word for word screening. It was super dope. Make sure you check it out. It drops tomorrow, and you don't want to miss it.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
It's your partner, Big Boy. What's happening, Voice of Los Angeles? Hello. You know what I do at night? I watch Neek at Night. Show you right. You thought I was going to say something crazy. Thought I was going to say something disgusting and nasty. Yeah. But guess what? When I watch that Neek at Night, I may be doing something disgusting and nasty. Look at her. Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. If this is your first time here, over here we are the Night Owls. If you have not hit that subscribe button, I want you to go ahead and do that right now, and turn on your notification bell so you're notified when I post another video. But just know, keep in mind that over here, this is an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody. This is a channel where I talk about celebrity news and gossip and give my opinion on trending stories. I'm a woman who has a website as well. I sell lingerie, adult toys, sexy pajamas, and I even got stuff for going out to the club, nighttime wear, all of those goodies for you as well. You can find this along with a whole bunch of other new goodies. You can find this at www.niqueatnite.com. I'm just going to do a live video, and we're gonna get this done, and it's gonna be bada bing, bada boom. All right, so just like that, we are back like we never left. Now, like I said, we're going to be going over a lot of things. So many of you guys have been contacting me, talking about, Neek, when are you going to give an update for the Karmelo Anthony motions that are coming up? What's tea? What's goody? And this is that video. We're going to be going over all of it. All right. So, without further ado, hopefully the sound is coming through pretty good. Hopefully, you guys can hear me pretty well. Now, quick updates on the hearing and whatnot. Let me pull this website up for you guys because, baby, let's see what's tea. All right, so let me move myself over. It's been so long since I've went live from my desktop setup, and I don't even, I don't know. Like, it's like, girl, what are you doing? All right. So, anyways, all right. So, August 19th at 9 a.m., there is going to be a hearing on the request for recusal. Then on August 20th, there is going to be a hearing over the request for a new trial. Now, in these hearings, they're going to be, number one, trying to get the judge recused off of the case based on statements that he made to I think it was WFAA, in which his counsel, Karmelo's counsel, feels as though he cannot be impartial and therefore should be removed off of the case. Then they are going to try and argue for a new trial. Now, we know that this is an uphill battle. This is the first step in his process of trying to get justice for this egregious sentencing. Now, again, a lot of these people like to think that we cannot hold our own accountable. And we can. It's just we don't agree when the crime does not fit the punishment. And you cannot put your hands on somebody, provoke them, and then become the like they flip the narrative on you and all of these things. We all know that if Karmelo was white, he would never have been charged with the most serious murder charge. Not the most serious, but he would not have been charged with the degree of murder that he was charged with. He would have been charged with manslaughter, nothing more, nothing less. And had he been found guilty on manslaughter, I think a lot of us in the Black community would have been okay with that. Some people feel like he deserves 0 time. Some people feel like, manslaughter charge, he brung a knife. He wasn't supposed to have a knife at the track meet, although it's not illegal in Texas to own a knife or have a knife. He was not supposed to have it at the track meet. So, people are up in the air about the knife situation, but we feel, or I feel, I'm going to speak for myself, that the 35-year sentence and the degree of murder that he was charged with was overkill. It was trying to set an example. It was from a very, in my opinion, racist county. And there was a coordinated smear campaign that ran on him, his family, to get this to be the case. There was a lot of jury tampering, in my opinion, with some of the coordinated attacks that they strategically did, and so on and so forth. But we're not going to go and litigate that. I'm not a lawyer. That's for his parents to get justice for. But we're going to go over some of the updates. So the motion is on the 19th for recusal. The motion for the new trial is on the 20th. Now, with this motion, his father is asking for a lot of community support. So Drew Anthony, who is Karmelo Anthony's father, put up a post on social media. And in the post, he said, "This is the moment we need everyone. To everyone who has prayed for Karmelo Anthony, shared his name, posted his story, defended him, encouraged our family, organized for him, or said that you stand with him, we need you now. We are asking you to show up, not just in the comments, not just with a like, not just with a share. We need your presence. Karmelo needs to see that the people who have been standing with him are still standing. To every family member, organizer, activist, community leader, organization, supporter, friend, and person who believes in Karmelo, Please come stand with our family. August 19th, as I told you guys, is the motion to recuse hearing. And then August 20th is the motion for a new trial hearing. And it says, these days matter. If you have ever called Karmelo our nephew, this is the time to stand behind those words. We need to show up peacefully, respectfully, united, and in numbers. There is strength in numbers. There is strength in unity. There is strength in knowing that when one of our young people needs us, we don't disappear. Please share this everywhere. Tag the organizers, tag the community leaders, tag the organizations, send it to your friends, your family, your churches, your groups, and everyone who has and everyone who has supported Karmelo. We are asking everyone who can safely be there to be there. Karmelo, your family is standing with you. Your supporters are standing with you. And we pray that on August 19th and August 20th, you will look around and see with your own eyes just how many people refuse to stop standing with you. All right, so this is what his father put out. Now, there has been a lot of people who have been sharing it and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, if you guys don't know, also, this is all of the information. This link right here where it says information for the trial, State of Texas v. Karmelo Anthony. Now, they have released the trial transcripts excluding voir dire. So voir dire is when they do jury selection and they find out who the potential jurors are going to be. In voir dire, I found it interesting that when one of the jurors asked a specific question on whether or not, or what the situation would be if they could not come to an agreement, the judge told them like, oh, we don't do that here. If you're gonna, basically not come to an agreement, go to Venezuela and do that. It seemed like a lot of like posturing to get the jury to understand that y'all gonna come up with a verdict, and that's just that on that. That's what I got from that, and that's what it seemed like as I was listening to it. Now, if you go through these things, you can click on each one, and as you click on each one, it'll pull up a transcript for the hearing, and this is for the trial, and you can go through and you can see what was said here and what was said on people's reports. Now, for me in my reporting, I wrote my notes in real time. Now, I didn't have the luxury of having a computer, so a lot of what I wrote in my notes, it had to be paraphrased, right? So, for example, if there was a question to a witness and a witness, okay, so let's say the prosecutor says, hey, Johnny Seed Apple, when you went outside, was the sky blue? And then Johnny Seed Apple replies and he says, yes, when I went outside, the sky was blue. So for my note taking, I don't write what the prosecutor said and what they said. Like a lot of the times I'll paraphrase and I'll say, Johnny Seed Apple said that when he went outside, the sky was blue, because that's what he agreed to as far as the question and the answer. So if you go through the transcripts, you will see that my reporting matches up with the transcripts, or at least it should, because I haven't read through this, but I took a lot of notes and wrote down everything that I could. I write really, really quick. And somebody said, are the sidebars on the transcript? I don't know. I have not, like I said, I haven't gone through them and looked line by line and compared them with my notes like line by line. But they have several days of them. So I just wanted to point you guys in the direction of that. The link to this is collincountytexas.gov, and then It's the information for the trial. I'll probably put the link in the description somewhere so that you guys can easily find it. But unlike other people who needed NBC News to do their recapping, I actually did my work myself. So some people who were there who were just writing descriptions of Black people and not actually really taking notes, and waiting for NBC to like do the notes for them, they kind of like waited for NBC and Chat GPT to generate a thing. That's not what I did. I wrote notes in real time as fast as I could. I couldn't catch everything, but I caught a lot. And so that's what I reported to you guys, and you'll be able to go there to match that up. Now, in addition to that, I have a message for everybody that is going to this. Oh, wait, hold on. All right. So, being that there was a lot of BS that went on during this trial, there was a lot of lies that people told. I had to go down to Collin County. I put in a records request for the surveillance footage so that we can line up what certain individuals said to the actual surveillance, okay? Now, when you go to Collin County, there are a lot of racist white supremacists who will lie and craft a narrative. Now, me, for instance, I'm going to tell you straight up and down what it is, okay? Period. We're going to say what it is, and we're going to tell the truth. Now, there are these racist lying asses who will lie about things. They will bend the truth, and they will create these victim narratives, right? So if you are somebody that is going to the courthouse to cover this, be aware of these tactics, okay? I'm going to walk you through the surveillance, and I'm going to pair it with some of the reporting so that if you do plan to go to Collin County and you do plan to go to the hearing, you can see the tactic beforehand so that you don't fall for it. Because after all, what they like to do is try to get any sliver of a reaction out of us so that they can grift, get money from playing the victim after instigating, lying, and doing deliberate smear campaigns on people. All right? So if you react, you are playing into their hands. If you react as far as go up to them and cuss them out or, tell them a piece of your mind, that's all they need to do to get the grift going. Please, 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 please do not fall for the bait. It was very hard for me to not cuss a bitch out while I was there. It was so frustrating because if you are Black, it's not you as Mary Sue cussing a racist bitch out, right? It's you, and if you have Black skin, even if you are a person who is neutral, unbiased, or even if you are a person who feels like, oh, you feel bad for Austin Metcalf or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're Black, you're labeled in the headline, Karmelo Anthony supporter curses out poor white woman. Karmelo Anthony supporter goes off on and it's never going to be the full story, right? It's never going to be how they lied on you. It's never going to be how they instigated. It's never going to show the full scope. They're going to make you the villain and them the victim, and that's going to pour in money. We're not here to make these motherfuckers rich. We're here to, if you plan to go, support, and that be that. So keep those things in mind. And like I said, I'm going to walk us through the footage and we're going to see what actually happened versus what was said to have been happening. All right. Now, if you go to my reporting, then you will see what I said happened is what happened. And you will see what other people said happened is not what happened. Okay. Now, they were there to, in my opinion, all of these reports to, like, everything that was framed around any Black person that did something, this was pushed to thousands and thousands on social media. Now, jurors are not supposed to be on social media, but we know that just like anybody else, they're on social media. These things are coming down their timelines. They have family members discussing these things. And the more animalistic they could make Black people, the more uh angry the jury, who consisted of no Black people on there, would be, and make an example out of Karmelo. And that is my opinion. That's what I feel like happened. And it is what it is. So let's start with the surveillance, because these people are disgusting, okay? They're disgusting individuals. They have no integrity. They're not real journalists, because a real journalist is going to tell you everything, okay? They're going to tell you the full scope. They're going to tell you when WFAA has people ahead of time on the lot. They're going to tell you all aspects of it. They're not going to just shape a narrative that makes Black people look bad, right? But if you have an agenda, then that's what you do. You're not an investigative reporter. Now, let's go to day 1 of the Karmelo Anthony trial, and let me pull up the footage of the surveillance. Now, me going through the surveillance, bear with me, okay? I will try to make a much more pointed video where we get through it a lot quicker, but child, bear with me to get through what I'm trying to say, okay? Like bear with me. Also too, if you guys want to speed me up at any point after I'm no longer live, you can speed up the playback. So me going through the surveillance might be a little bit boring, but it's very important, because you will see how the games that they play. You will see the lies that they say. You will see all of these things, but it takes time to sift through the footage. So again, bear with me. All right, bear with me. So here is day 1 of the footage. Now, let me put this, hold on. Let me put this on the screen. And if y'all with me, put a 1 in the chat. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure you telling a friend to tell a friend to come over here. And make sure you're liking the video. Also, if y'all want to support the channel, niqueatnitemedia is my Cash App. And let's get on into this gig. Hold on 1 second. All right, so here we go. Let's get into it. All right, let's make that okay. Now let's make my logo a little bit bigger. Baby doll, we need this a little bit bigger. 1 in the chat if y'all can. Is the sound coming through good though? Like, are y'all hearing me good? All right, so here's the surveillance for day 1. So this is June 1st. All right, this is the first day of trial. Now, this is the outside exterior of the courthouse. And as you can see, I have several different angles of the surveillance. I'm able to switch between cameras, etc. So let me go to the front step, because this is where we lined up. So as you can see, the timestamp right here, and I'm gonna pull this. All right, so as you can see, this is the Court Lobby East parking lot. and this is 6/1/2026. All right, and this is 6 a.m. and 22 seconds. Now, as you can see, it's only one car in the parking lot. Shortly after, you will see me arrive in the parking lot. You will see me line up in the parking lot. And then you will see lying-ass hoes come way later who said that I cut them. And you will see who's lying and who's telling the truth. Now, I know that the white supremacist, racist, and I'm not talking about all white people. I'm just talking about a particular crowd. They don't care about the truth, okay? The lie is more entertaining, right? Anything that makes us look bad, makes us look monstrous, makes us look animalistic, they don't care about the truth. Anything that makes them look like a victim, they don't care about the truth. But to the actual white people who like the truth, you want to know the truth, and you want to know that the people that you are getting information from is going to tell you the unfiltered truth. Let's look at who was telling the truth and who was lying with this footage. Who cut who arrived first, who was in line first, etc. It's all in the footage. So, as I stated, this is 6 a.m. Let's play it. All right. So, with this footage, I'm able to speed it up a little bit. So, we're going to go 2 times speed just to speed it up. So, as you can see, it's 6 on the dot. And cars are now approaching in the parking lot. So you see this car approach in the parking lot, and then you will see my car approach in the parking lot. All right, shortly after that. And we're gonna be lining up. Hold on, let me make it go a little bit faster than that. 1 second, hold on. All right, let me bring it out. And we're going to go a little bit faster. All right, let's go 8 times speed. Let's zoom out. All right, let me just speed this up just a little bit. All right, so now you see more cars come in the parking lot. This is 6:09, and I believe then you'll see me come in here. I'll be parking as well. All right, these are cars coming in. I believe this is me that just parked under this tree. But then you'll see me walk up. Is my sound low? Hold on. Am I low, you guys? Am I low? Hold on. I'll bring the mic closer. I didn't want the mic in my lap. Oh wait, no, I'm here. I'm the other way. Play with somebody else, baby. Don't play with me. All right, let's pause the footage. Hold on. Okay, let's back up 1 second. All right, so okay, let me back up. So as you can see right here, this is 6:11 a.m. All right, so let's press play. All right, so you already see one person there, right? Then you see the second person there. This is the line to get in the court. Now, at 6:12, this is me. All right? So as you can see with this footage, I'm able to zoom in, zoom out. So at 6:13, I am making my way with my uncle walking behind me. All right? So let's zoom out. All right. And so also at the same time, I can go to different angles. So I can go to this angle right here, and it shows the same, it's in real time. Everything that's going on around the courthouse, you can see other people walking, and everything like that. So let's go here. This is this side of the court. This is the front. So as you see right here, on June 1st, okay, and do I need to drop the opacity of my logo? Is my logo too, hold on. I don't know if it's too, overpowering. But anyways, so as you see right here, this is 1, 2, 3, my uncle is 4, 5 people here at 6:14. Do you see Sarah Fields here at all? Do you see her at all here? Oh, hi, there's people in the chat who want our attention. Welcome them. Hi, you want attention, baby. Make sure to hit the like button on your way in, all right? Or hit the thumbs down, but let's get into the facts. Again, we know that your type. All right, y'all don't like facts. Y'all just like narratives. Nobody cares about the truth, that the lie is more entertaining, but my people care about the truth. So we're going to get to the truth, all right? So as you can see right here, this is everybody who came to the trial on June 1st. First, you see the parking lot. You see who's there. And you see us waiting in line. Now, as you can see, as time goes on, and I'm just sifting through the thing, you don't see Little Miss Sunshine anywhere there. All right, so now this is more people arriving to the courthouse. This is more people, and now this is 6:37. Okay? So, and we'll go around the courthouse footage. All right, this is different angles right here, same timestamp. All right, nobody's waiting right here in the front. You see the officer just opened the door. People are asking questions. Little Miss Sunshine is nowhere around, all right? Going through different angles. Where is she? I don't know. She said that I cut her in line, but I don't see her in line. Let's zoom in on the people in line. Okay, we see this person. Where's Little Miss Sunshine? I said I cut her. Is this her? Huh? Oh, no, that's not her. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Where's she at? Let's switch around the cameras. Hold on. Seeing 2 people walk in. Those are people that work there. Let's back it up. Back it up. Back, forth and forth. All right, you see this person went in, and then there was 2 people that worked there that had ended up going in. I don't see Little Miss Sunshine there. So you see a line forming, right? And what okay, and these are the 2. Hold on, wait. Hold on, let me back that up. These are the 2. See, this the guy, and then there were 2 women who just walked in, who neither one is Little Miss Sunshine. Hold on. All right. Is this her? Are either one of these ladies her? No, it's not. This is 647. All right. Where was the other two ladies that walked in that building? I'm trying to see something. This is 638. All right. Is this her? Is this her? I don't think so. That's a worker that worked there. Are any of these ladies her? Hold on, I'm trying to find Little Miss Sunshine who said I cut her. Is it? I don't think these ladies are her. Looks like people who work there that are going inside. All right. So she's not there before me. She's not there before any of us. Let's switch the footage around again. So to look at the steps again. So as we change, this is me trying to fix my makeup. Okay. We looking at the rules. I'm over there trying to fix my makeup. Okay. Let's speed this along. Hold on. We seen a lady. Hold on. Oops. Okay, back it up. Oh, this is me walking back. All right. Are these men her? Is this her? No, that's not her. That's not her. This isn't her. Is this her? No, that's not her. All right. She's not there yet. Is this her? No, not her. Anyways, she's not there all the way up until later. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's switch cams. All right. There's somebody right here. This isn't her. That wasn't her. Another person going in. So all the way up until 7 a.m., she's not there. Is this her? No, that's not her either. All right, so let's switch cams. So now we get to go on to the inside of the court. All right, now let's go inside because at 7 a.m. they let us in. All right, so let's go inside at 7 a.m. Oops, hold on. Let's switch cams to inside the courthouse on June 1st. All right, so this is the inside of the courthouse, right? So right here, this is where you enter at to come in. All right, so in order to come in, we have to pass through security. And then you make your way inside the courthouse. All right. So let me just go forward a little bit. I walk in around 7:04 is when I walk in. So, okay, so as you can see, this is the NC beat coming in. All right, hold on. Let me bring this over here. We don't want to miss anything. So they kind of walk to the wrong area. That's the NC beat coming in. And then there are people coming inside the courthouse. All right. Let's see when I come in. Let me. Oh, wait. Is that me? Hold on. Wait. Did I? Wait. Hold on. The time is. Hold on. Let's look at the time here. The time is 7:03 and 56 seconds. I walked through the door. This is me coming in the courthouse. I'm looking back to see where my uncle is. And then I'm making my way into the courthouse. All right, so this is me. All right. So now it's 7:04. I come in and then I turn the corner. All right. So I turn the corner. Let's pause. As you can see, the time is 7:04. Now I enter into the hallway. So as I'm turning the corner, you see me walking down the hall. Is anybody in this? Hold on, let me move my logo. Let me move my logo. Do you see anybody in this hallway? Anybody in the hallway? Do you see Little Miss Sunshine? Is she here before me? Do you see her? This right here is the ceremonial room. This is me right here inside the building. I'm looking to see what's going on. Then you see Gerald come in. Then you see Pretty Girl News come in. And then I think her friend may be Beverly. You see us all come in. The deputy comes back. We ask some questions. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What's the deal? He tells us that they're not going to be open until like 8:50, and we could take a seat on the bench. So I eventually take a seat on the bench, and we decide that we're going to go first come, first serve on the bench around us. All right. So he walks off, and then he tells us that we could sit on the benches. All right. So as we go, then I go and I take my seat eventually on the bench. So just to get a clearer view, let's zoom in. All right, you can see a little bit better. Hold on. I think I need to drop the opacity on there. Let me use this watermark. All right, that's my uncle. Let's zoom out. Little Miss Sunshine still isn't there. Where is she? She said I was cutting her in line every day. I'm trying to figure out. trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's speed it along though. I know it's better without the watermark, but what people will do is steal my damn footage. And this footage wasn't cheap, okay? I had to pay a hefty coin to get the footage. So you are allowed to put in a request. And matter of fact, let me drop the opacity for this a little bit. You're able to put in a records request, but putting in a records request does not mean that you get it for free. Okay? You still got to pay for it. So let me just drop the opacity just a little bit. But these wasn't free. I had to pay a hefty coin to get them. But when it comes to people lying on me and playing on my name, I'll pay whatever costs. I will do whatever it takes to prove a bitch wrong. Don't play with me. Play with somebody else. All right? And this is just day one. We got footage for... Oh, wait. What time is it? Hold on. We got a time. We have a sighting. We have a sighting at 7:09. All right? At 7:09. Hold on. 7:09. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'll take the logo off real quick for this. Right here. At 7:09, we have a sighting. For the first time, we see knock-kneed, pigeon toe, greasy hair enter in the building. Let's look and examine. All right. We see a sighting of Little Miss Sunshine for the first time. 7:09. All right. So, as you can see, this is Little Miss Sunshine. All right. This is Little Miss Sunshine and entering the building at 7:09, wobbly knees, pigeon-toed, making her grand entrance at 7:09. Okay. Let's back it up so we can see that again. Miss Sunshine is getting directions, wiggling her way on in. Okay. Wobbling around. You see the sheriff's here. Okay. Okay, we see her wobble on in. All right, so then we switch cams and we can see her make a turn. All right, so this is Little Miss Sunshine here. And she's going to make a turn and come down here. She enters the building at 7:09. All right. And let me speed it up a little bit. All right, so here she comes down the hall at 7:12, wobbling her way on in. All right. So as you can see, we have been there for an hour and 12 minutes before she got there. Okay. We have been seated. We have been there. And Little Miss Sunshine is just now getting there at 7:12 with her bald-headed, receding hairline, thug groupie enters in. Okay. So as you can see, and let me zoom on in. This is Little Miss Sunshine. This is her bald-headed scallywag that came with her. This is them here. This is me, who has been here for an hour and 12 minutes before her. All of these people also have been here before her. Now, if you guys were a person who was looking for media credentials, then you know that they told us that we were going to be serviced first come, first serve. When she walked her tail down the hallway, were we not in there first? Let me show you guys the information that was sent out from the PIO. All right? She knows this information. I know the information. Everybody knows the information that went to that trial. Okay? Let me show y'all something really quickly. Let's go to the motion for new trial for Karmelo Anthony, where they used my email. All right, this email was sent to me and everybody else who tried to be public, to get one of those seats that was designated for media. So let's read what it says really quickly. She got this message, and so did I. All right. She knows that it was first come, first serve, and so do I. She saw that I was sitting there before her, and so do I. But also, the surveillance sees that I'm there before her. But this is what we got in an email on May 29th. Now, the footage that I just showed you guys was June 1st, okay? We got this email on May 29th, the night before. What does this say? Since general public access is first come, first serve, and space is limited, try to arrive as early as possible. The general public will enter the courtroom at 8:50. So if I get there before you get there, if I am seated an hour before you are seated, who came first? Who is supposed to be in line entering the building first? Right? Now, I'm going to even back up even a little bit further than that, okay? Because she has been getting the same emails that I got. So this is also an email that was sent to all of us who were trying to get access to the media seats, right? So on May 8th, I got an email. All right, let me back up, okay? May 8th, I got an email from the PIO, Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson sent an email and said that the courtroom had was made available to local television affiliates. So as you can see, this is Derek Jackson. The email was sent to me, but this was also sent to other people. And the reason why I am sharing this is to show you guys that I was notified that it was going to be first come, first serve, just like she was. And this is like, and the reason why I know that she's getting this emails is because this is an email that was sent to me on May 8th where it says, the courtroom was made available today to local television affiliates solely for the purpose of capturing footage, empty courtroom for potential use during the upcoming trial, etc. So this was sent on May 8th. You want to know how I know that the same way that I was in communication with the PIO, that she was in communication with the PIO, in the same way that I know that it was first come, first serve, in the same way that she does, is because, and shout out to my subscriber who gave me their Facebook account, because the coward bitch, she wrote on my page talking shit, and so that I could not respond back to her, she blocked me. She talked shit and blocked me like a coward. So because I can't go to her page from my page, shout out to my subby who allowed me to log into her Facebook page so that we can look at what this goofy bitch said. Now, let's go to her page. Now, let's filter. Let's go 2026. Let's go May. Let's go 8th. And on May 8th, what does this say? She put up a post before the trial, okay? You can only get this information by contacting the PIO. Before Steve Stoller was the PIO, Derek was the PIO. And the same email that I got talking about local media coming in the courthouse, she put up a post on May 8th before the trial, and she put up on her page, in preparation for the upcoming Karmelo Anthony trial, approved media are being given a tour today to the courtroom where the murder trial will take place, etc. Let's look back at my email that I got. So my email came May 8th, and this was from the PIO, and this came to me, right? The courtroom was made available today to local television affiliates solely for the purpose of capturing footage for the upcoming trial. So when I show you guys information from the PIO, which said that we were going to be seen on a first come, first served basis, she was also sent the same thing because anybody who contacted the PIO was put on a list to receive all of the updates on the case. Now, this is the motion for new trial for Karmelo Anthony, and this is my emails inside that motion that I sent to his attorneys. And you can see my communication with the PIO. And this is what they sent me May 29th, the day before trial, the same thing that she would have gotten as well. And it says, since general public access is first come, first serve, and space is limited, try to arrive as early as possible. The general public will enter the courtroom at 8:50 a.m. All right. So on June 1st, when I got there before her, she already knew this information, right? She saw all of us inside the courthouse before her, and she decided that she was going to create a narrative anyways. Now, let me zoom out. Okay, so this is Little Miss Sunshine, and so we're not able to enter into the court until about 8:50. So as you can see, I'm going through and the court is filling up. All right. So at 8:36, Little Miss Sunshine stands up. Okay. And this is when she decides to make the executive decision to make her own line. Okay. So this is me walking up and looking to see the time and going back to sit down. This is Little Miss Sunshine and her bald-headed henchman. And then she's going to go and decide that she wants to make her own goddamn line. Fuck first come, first serve. Fuck what the PIO said. I'm entitled. I'm superior. I come before everybody who came here, even though I clearly walked past people who have been here an hour before me. And I'm going to decide that I'm going to make the executive decision to form my own line. Okay? So let's speed this up to when she goes to make this executive decision. Okay, let's speed it along. Okay, so this is her approaching. And hold on, let me put let's put my logo back on here, child. Let's put my logo back on here, child. Let's see her make this executive decision, honey. All right, so she walks over and makes the executive decision to form her own line. So she's talking to the guy. She's saying, when are we going to enter? And she makes the executive decision to make her own line. All right. So let me back that up. Sorry, I was texting. All right. So everybody who is here, who have been here before Little Miss Sunshine, the people that's on this bench, we're looking like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? All right. So let me press play. So she goes to make her way to the first of the line, and Gerald sees her. Like, hold on, wait, bitch. Simmer down. Like, you was not here first. Let me get up and get my spot, which is first. All right, Gerald, he goes before her because he came before her. She goes before her because she came before her. And then I go around and go before her because I also came before her. I'm looking for my uncle, telling my uncle, come on. Okay. And I go in front of her and stand in front of her. This is me, and I stand in front of her. It's a little blurry, but I take my spot in line because I got there before your ass. And because the PIO said that it was going to be first come, first serve. Bitch, you didn't come before me. Sit your ass back. You seen all of us sitting there before you. Sit the fuck back, bitch. So the people who got there before her stood before her. Now, these people right here who are walking to the front is Karmelo Anthony's family. So this is his grandmother, and I don't know who these guys are, but this is his family. So they pull up Karmelo Anthony's family to the front. And once they pull them to the front, then we enter. Okay? So this is June 1st, but I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough on every single day. All right? So come back later. Oh, wait. Before I end this live, all right, tell a friend to tell a friend that we're going through every single day. All right? I'm combing through the footage of every day this bitch lied on me, and I'm proving my point. Okay? Period. So then we're standing in line, and then we enter into the courthouse. All right, so they start letting us in. All right, they search us before we go inside. Little Miss Sunshine and entitled as fuck is mad in the back because people who came before her didn't allow her to cut them because we came before her. Okay? They're searching our bags, and then we make our way inside. All right? So they have to do a thorough check. And as they do a thorough check, we make our way into the building. All right. This is day one. Somebody said I was expecting it to be packed in there. This is day one jury selection, June 1st. All right. So, and then let me back it up the camera so you guys can see the full. So yeah, so this is day one jury selection. This was before the trial actually started. All right, so then she goes inside. So let's compare what she said happened to what actually happened. So as I just showed you guys, I arrived first. I arrived at 6 a.m. You see me enter into the parking lot. You seen that she came well after that. She came in at 7:09. I walked through security. I was in the front steps at 6. Oh, whatever. And then they don't let us into the building until 7 a.m. Once 7 a.m. hits, then they open the door. We go through the building. And then when we go through the building, then we're able to go through security and then go to where we're supposed to go. Now, I was in before her. Now, like I said, let's see what she said happened. And again, shout out to my subscriber that allowed me her Facebook to go to this woman's page. All right. And I've screenshotted everything. Okay. So if she decides to delete anything or try to redact or edit, baby, I got screenshot on top of screenshot on top of screenshot on top of screenshot already. Okay. But let's go and read through what she said happened. All right. So she said, day one inside the Karmelo Anthony trial. I arrived at the Collin County Courthouse at approximately 6:30 a.m. Did y'all see her on the footage at 6:30? We didn't see her walk into the building until 7:09. Why is she lying about something so minute as when she arrived? You arrived at 7:09 through the security. You've seen a line of people at 6 a.m. So if you got there at 6:30, why are we barely seeing you come through the footage at 7:09? Lying for what? The first thing that became apparent was security. Everyone entering the courthouse had to pass through screening. Cell phones and electronic devices were prohibited. The only items I brought with me were a notepad, pen, and my sunglasses. Well, that's a lie because we saw you put a purse on the table. Didn't you put a purse on the security table? I mean, if you're going to list out what you had, I mean, you know, it's like when people just be lying for no reason. The only thing that I brought with me was a notepad. Well, bitch, I seen you put a purse up there. And I seen you enter at 7:09 and not 6:30. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Okay. She said, She just brought a cell phone, a notepad, a pen, and her sunglasses. After passing through security, I made my way through to the courtroom area. The courthouse features a large, wide hallway leading to the jury assembly area. It was packed. There were so many potential jurors and members of the public present that you could not see the end of the hallway. Anyways, you could not see the end of the hallway. Just before reaching the jury assembly area, there is a left turn into the ceremonial courtroom, which serves as the public viewing room. It holds roughly 60 people in the gallery. We were among the first to arrive, but the doors were locked. Several members of the sheriff's department were stationed outside. One deputy was carrying a suppressed AR rifle chambered in 9mm. While we waited, a heavy-set man wearing a Hawaiian shirt repeatedly stared in our direction. At one point, he sat very close to us. As he walked past me, he quietly said the word demon. As more people arrived, the crowd continued to grow. Several women who claimed to be from California arrived wearing purple shirts, purple hoodies, jeans, purple do-rags wrapped around their heads. Others wore tank tops, shorts, hoodies, baseball caps, and other casual attire that appeared inconsistent with what most people would consider courtroom business attire. The tension in the hallway was palpable. You could almost cut it with a knife. At approximately 8:52 a.m., I approached one of the deputies and asked how seating was going to work. My concern was that if no line was formed, people would rush the entrance once doors open. His response surprised me. I'm really going into this just as blind as you are. At that point, I made the executive decision to start a line myself. I walked to the front near the security table where purses were being checked and planted my feet. Within seconds, the crowd surged toward the courtroom entrance. The hallway against the wall became shoulder to shoulder. Most of the individuals were rushing forward, appeared to be Karmelo Anthony supporters. It was a tense moment. People were packed together so tightly that it became slightly nerve-wracking. I did not move. When the doors finally opened, I was among the first 10 to 15 people admitted into the courtroom. I immediately made my way to the front row, and then we waited for another hour and a half. At one point, members of the public seated in front were asked to move because family needed those seats. We complied. The situation raised questions in my mind. Why were family members being mixed in with the public seating area? I waited to see who the seats were being reserved for, but shortly afterward, deputies informed us that we could move back because they had decided to seat the family elsewhere. Not long after, someone informed those gathered in the room that the viewing screens would likely not be turned on. Jury selection was not really happening in a way that the public would find eventful. Jurors were being given packets, completing paperwork, and being screened for eligibility. At that point, I decided to walk around the courthouse. As I exited the courtroom, I encountered Karmelo Anthony supporter and TikTok creator John Effect. He recognized me immediately. We spoke briefly and shook hands. He was professional, dressed, and respectful during our interaction. After meeting John and walking out of the courtroom area, I passed directly by Dominique Alexander. He saw me, but he said nothing. In fact, he almost seemed perplexed as I walked past. A short time later, I witnessed sheriff deputies escorting an African-American woman out of the courthouse hallway. She was wearing a pink shirt with lace sleeves. Deputies were accusing her of jury tampering. I later learned she was allegedly connected to the Anthony family and had reportedly been caught recording members of the jury pool. Outside the courthouse, the atmosphere was just as interesting. Several supporters of Karmelo Anthony were live streaming on TikTok and wearing Karmelo themed shirts. There were also multiple members of the Black Panther movement present. In addition, a group calling itself the National Organization for Victim Advocacy, NOVA, was distributing flyers featuring Austin Metcalf's photograph. The flyers stated that the organization stood in solidarity with all victims of anti-white violence. When I asked Jeff Metcalf about the group, he told me he did not know who they were. By approximately 11 a.m., we decided to leave. Nothing was taking place inside the viewing courtroom. The screens remained off. There is no proceedings being shown to the public. Day one ultimately consisted of juror processing, questionnaires, and administrative matters. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I thought Jeff was on a gag order. It's interesting that he was in communication with influencers that are shaping certain narratives while he's supposed to be under a gag order. But anyways, so she left at 11, but those of us who were there to actually report on the story, we stayed there until about 2 or 3. We were able to see jury selection, a part of it on the screens. They put up the monitors at around 12. And we were able to hear the judge talk to the potential jurors, give them information. We were able to get like insight on what he, like, you know, kind of who Judge Roach is. He gave like an introduction to himself. He tried to make banter with the jurors. So we saw all that on day one. Now, she didn't see it because she left early. I guess she got enough descriptions for her page. And then she left, but those of us who were there to do a job, we stayed. So this is day one. Now, I'm going to come back later tonight and go over the rest of the footage with you guys. And we are going to compare what actually happened with the surveillance to what was said to have happened. And we are going to comb through this surveillance. And we're going to see who's lying, who's telling the truth, who cut who arrived on grounds first. And if I lied, the footage will show. If she lied, the footage will show. I'm here to tell you that I'm no liar. So again, come back later and I will, like I said, I'll go through more footage. But if you guys just want a teaser really quickly, let me show y'all. We got it all, baby. Or we got enough. We got a lot, okay? We got a lot, okay? We got a lot. We got a lot that we're going to be going through. All right, so just so y'all know that I'm telling y'all the truth, let me show y'all. I got June 3rd, June 5th, June 4th. We got it, baby. We're gonna go through it because me no need to lie. Me no need to lie. Okay, we don't conversate with the fakes. That part. Are you that part? Hold on. Here's another day. This is June 3rd. All right, I'm gonna just show y'all real quick, but we're gonna come through this later. I gotta do something really quick, y'all. All right, so this is June 3rd. So this is 6:04. Who is this? Is that me? First? Holds one. let's look. Okay, this is the lady that worked there. Hold on. Is that me? Let me see that parking lot. Huh. Let me see the car. Hold on. You see the parking lot? You see me? You see one car in the parking lot? You see me? Wait, two car in the parking lot? We're going to go over the arrival on this day. I am the first person there at the courthouse on June 3rd. Now, this is another day that she said that I cut her. Now, as you can see, I'm standing here, and then this woman approaches. All right, this isn't her. Is this Little Miss Sunshine? No, that's not her. Okay, absolutely not. Absolutely not her. This is June 3rd. Let's look around the courthouse. Do we see Little Miss Sunshine? Is her car in the parking lot? Is she there? Is she on another part of the steps? Hold on. Let's look around. This is June 3rd. This is me and an older woman at 6:05. I don't see her there. But this is another day that she lied on me and said that I cut her. But like I said, we're going to get into this later. I'm going to go over June 3rd and the other days and what have you. So y'all let me know if y'all are interested in their surveillance footage, or do y'all not give a damn? Okay? Do y'all not care? Let me know. Do we care? Do we not care? I mean, what's a given? Because this another day, another lie. This my uncle. Again, there go my uncle. There go me. I thought I was cutting her. Ain't that what she said? Ain't that what she said? June 3rd, she said that I cut her too. June 4th, she also said that I cut her. We're going to get into all of it, okay? So put your notification bells on, guys. Put your notification bells on. I don't know the time because I got to go and do some stuff. But put your notifications on. I will come back later tonight, okay? And break down more of this good footage. Shout out to all of you guys in the building. And I'll catch y'all later. But tell a friend to tell a friend where to come, okay? Where to be at, okay?